Hey everyone. I want to talk to you today about fandoms, groups, and the rotten apples that spoil the bunch. Yeah, this happened recently. I'm not going to get into details, but say some shadiness that seems to be around the situation. We think two rotten apples just spoiled something for a bunch of people in a particular fandom that doesn't really have a good reputation, even though in reality, most of the people in the fandom are really nice. I'm not going to say what it is yet, because I've already admitted I'm an agnostic atheist in my previous rant, so I kind of don't want to, get too dug in deep. By the way, no, I'm not a lesbian, I'm actually straight, so there, that shut that down. No, I don't have anything against gays, I'm just pointing that out so I don't get, more hate, yeah, you're a lesbian, No, this is actually a fandom. What happened was, these two people did something stupid, supposedly, I don't know if this is true or not, and it was something that got us all into trouble and canceled an event that everyone liked, that was every year, a couple of times in the summer. So, fun. Now, I'm not going to talk about how this is wrong and all that. I know it's wrong. I know it's bullshit because I know myself, and that all automatically makes it bullshit, at least for me. And if you happen to know what fandom I'm talking about or what I am talking about, then you've met people that you know it's bullshit too, because you know them and they wouldn't do something that stupid, hopefully. And if you do know the people that are stupid enough to do that kind of thing, please hit them in the head with book. Not kill them, though. That's against the law. Anyway, what I'm talking about is, why do the bad aspects of a fandom get the attention when there are so many good aspects? Like, this particular fandom has donated tons to charity. They helped somebody out get back on their feet, all because they liked his business. I'm not even kidding. That's why we helped them. We're like, you're awesome. You're awesome to your customers, and you stuck up for us, and you make good food. And wait, you're going out of business because of the economy? Fuck that. Don't eat money. But this is very common. Like, all the conventions we have always have a charity in them of some kind. Usually, related to what our fandom is, in some way, shape, or form, which is pretty vast, but it's there. It's right in front of, we've raised money for all kinds of things. The War Dogs Fund to get the War Dog Memorial, for autism, for animals, a cartoon museum, all kinds of crazy things. And we've raised a lot of money because people are in the group tend to be generous. At least the people I've met. I mean, I'm sure there are some greedy bastards out there or some selfish ones out there, but they're everywhere. But the thing is that all that good we do gets overshadowed by, say, some underage idiot getting paid by a television program to do something stupid. Or two idiots going on a talk show to talk about it and making us look terrible. It tends to get overshadowed. Why is that? I think it's because, good is I'm not going to say the default, because neutral is the default, but I'm going to say good is what most people tend to lean towards. I know a lot of you out there guys are like, no, humans are bad, and blah, 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 blah. I don't buy into that, because most of the people I've met in my life, and I've met a lot of people, tend to be very nice. Let's face it, we all make mistakes, and sometimes we have an off day and we end up being assholes, but, for the most part, we tend to try to be nice because it's a survival instinct. We don't want to poke the bigger caveman, because the bigger caveman may go splat and we're dead for being an asshole. So I really think it's instinctive for us to be friendly and altruistic. At least that's my theory. But also, this explains why the bad gets focused on more, because these are the people that, why aren't they dead? We're in shock that these people do stupid shit and are still alive, which is probably why people like Jackass so much too. It's the same thing, only they're only hurting themselves and poor innocent bikes and blocks of wood. Excuse me. But this is something that I've noticed, is you see someone doing something stupid and bad and you know, something that makes the rest of the group look bad, and they go, well, that group's not going to survive because of these two idiots. They're doing something that makes the rest, it's literally like, if something looks bad to us, it's going to stick out like a sore thumb because it's so rare, too. I mean, think about it. What's usually on the news? Wars, murders, robberies to a lesser extent, celebrities doing stupid shit. You never hear about George Clooney doing something nice for someone in the supermarket unless you talk to the people who've met George Clooney. But you don't usually hear about, you know, the big charity events either. Like, you hear like a little blip of them on the news because they're celebrities. But then you hear about Avril Lavigne being drunk off her ass or something like that. No, I'm not spreading rumors. I'm just, you know, giving examples of things that may or may not happen. You hear about Britney Spears going completely psycho and, you know, snapping, although I could kind of sympathize with her, noting that she's, like, really in the public eye and drive me crazy, too, actually. Minor sympathy, by the way, you know, she still could have done smarter things with her life. But, again, my opinions do not reflect the thoughts of anyone else on the planet. But my point is that the bad is so rare comparatively to the good that the bad is going to get more of the spotlight, because it's just strange to us that this happens. Like, why would someone do this? We want to know. I mean, I love to read about serial killers because I want to know why they do this. It's the same kind of appeal, as sick and twisted as it is. It's really just that. It's not anything else. I mean, of course we expect people to do good. Oh, of course we expect people to give to charity, you know. But otherwise, it's really not that complicated. It's just bad things are rarer than good things. So we're more interested in them. We're interested in the rare rather than the common, because we see the common every day. I mean, think about it. If you saw a black cat every day, eventually you just take it for granted, maybe feed it if it's your pet or not. But if you saw a panther one day, or your black cat turning into a panther, you'd stop and take notice and wonder if it's Michael Jackson. Anyway, if you can get that reference, congratulations, you get a cookie shaped like the year 1980. Anyway, that's kind of what I think. Sorry this one's a little more disjointed than the other two. Not that the other two were very well jointed in the first place. It's just kind of putting into words something I've been thinking about. So I'll talk to you guys later. Bye, and leave your opinions in the comments section. You know, it's there for a reason, and not just saying first. Might have to start doing what Happy Cabby does. By the way, subscribe to Happy Cabby. He's awesome, and he's funny. Bye!